All right, we got our John Stewart, man, and I'm gonna edit this title. Be right back. Whatever, the thumbnail's bad. Whatever. All right, let me see if I can edit this title. There. All right, there we go. So yeah, all right, man. We got our John Stewart, guys. AW here. Yes, the Lantern show for the DCU. We have our Green Lantern, man. Two Green Lanterns. This looks like. Okay. We finally got our two leads cast. And, and I gotta do some things. Short stream, probably a short stream. Blinded, you're free. Blinded, are you at school or you're free? Tell me. All right. All right. Let me bring this up. Okay. 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 Blind is free. All right. I gotta do some stuff. All right. I got. Why? Because Aaron Pierre looks more like John Stewart than Stephen James. I'm just sorry. They talk and work for a bit. I'm sorry, but Aaron Pierre looks more like John Stewart. I'm sorry. I seen it too. I got the I don't know, the article up from Hollywood Reporter, right? Man, there's been some DC stuff. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He looks more like John Stewart. He does. Stephen James. Oh, he's Canadian. I didn't know Stephen James is Canadian. Wow. Okay. Here. Why are you against this? The Aaron Pierre is Rebel Ridge could be nominated for a bunch of Oscars. He's gonna be in that morning show. That morning show that's very highly respected. With always been Emmy nominated morning show, and he was in Krypton too. Okay, I didn't know he was in Krypton. That was a good show too, Krypton for a little bit. He's 30 years old. All right, yeah, Blind Ear coming in. He was an old derpy, yes. All right, Blind Ear, all right. One movie. He's also gonna be in Mufasa, man. He's voicing Mufasa. So James Gunn sees a lot in him. All right, Blind. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Oh, here's blinded. There we go. Hey, blind, what's up?
What's up? What's up? Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? What's going on?
Uh, Oh wait, my volume. Okay, I turned off my sound. Sorry,
Okay,
blind.
can
I'm
can
sorry,
you hear me?
blinded.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I can
confusing
hear
me.
you.
But you can hear. Okay, okay, good. I was gonna
Yeah, I
say I
turned off
do
my
like this
sound.
casting. Right. Okay. Yeah, I like the casting. Personally, I mean, I remember seeing him in Old. I mean, he's not like exceptional in Old, but I mean, he has an interesting look. So
Oh, it's his first movie though. I think his first movie.
right.
All right.
He
He was
kind
in. I
of
don't know.
does
This movie called.
remind me. Maybe it's his eyes, but his eyes are like interesting to look at, I guess. That sounds gay, but whatever.
Well, his eyes look like John. You see this pic? They look more like John Stewart's eyes.
Yeah, well, from the animated show, he kind of looks
Yeah,
like him from the animated show.
I think that was the idea.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, you could see him being like taken over and being the main Green Lantern,
Sure,
right?
RJ. Oh wait, I got.
So I do like the casting.
Well, he is younger than Kyle Chandler, like by like a
Right, makes
decade and
sense.
decade and a half.
Well,
Okay,
how old is he?
he's 30.
Oh, he's 30. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he might pair well with Kyle Chandler. Kyle Chandler, I think I sent you like someone made a concept art of him as Green Lantern. He looks good. He looks like Hal Jordan. So, I mean, I don't know. I like the casting for this. I'm very excited for the show. So I hope it's good. That's the only thing. I hope the mystery is intriguing. I kind of want to see what they're gonna do with the Green Lantern design. That's the thing I'm most curious about. Are
This
they gonna have like a classic Green Lantern design, or is
There's
it gonna
also
be
like there's
like
another rumor
Earth
that they
One?
have cast potentially Carol Ferris, but the only problem is
Okay.
by My Time to Shine and
Oh.
yeah,
Well,
Derpy.
who
You showed me that. Don't trust My Time to Shine. To let you know.
who did she say it was, or did she just say they were they
I
cast the
don't know
character?
the actress. I'll find it.
I'm guessing it's gonna be like an actor similar in age
Kelly
to
McDonald
Kelly McDonald. Let me.
from No Country Over Old Man and Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, okay.
It's offered one of the two female leads.
Yeah, like a. She's like yeah. Okay. She's almost 50. She's like a
Yeah,
little bit
so
more older actress.
that could be
I
like
guess I could see this.
that could be close to Kyle Chandler's age. So I assume
Right.
if that's true, the only thing is it's from My Time to Shine. So um, a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But if it's true, like
It's a
it's gonna be
little.
probably
I mean,
Carol
I don't know. My
Ferris.
time to
I'll take it.
shine. Yeah, I don't trust my time to shine, but I mean, I'm not opposed against this
I
actress.
wouldn't be surprised if they do cast Carol Ferris. Or
Yeah, I feel like that might be the next character they cast, right?
yeah,
But the only thing is, if I wonder, like, what take are they gonna go about it? Because if this is an older Green Lantern and they haven't established the spectrum, like the Lantern spectrum, I'm guessing she's not gonna be. What is the pink Green Lanterns? Do they have a
Star
specific name?
Sapphire.
Yeah, there we
Star
go. Yeah,
Sapphire or they're
yeah, there
violet.
we
They're
go.
not
Yeah,
pink. I think they're violet. They're purple.
Violet. Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, hi. I called in sick today
What's
because I
up?
wasn't feeling well, but
Oh,
Oh, you
I
too.
guess I picked it. Yeah, I had some stomach issues today and just a lot going on, so I was not feeling good. Still not feeling the greatest, but I figured I'd stop by because this is pretty massive news.
yeah.
What? Same time, just a minute after Peacemaker dropped some.
Yeah, they dropped like a little tease of Peacemaker season 2. I don't know what that was
Oh,
about.
they did.
Yeah,
Okay.
like James Gunn posted like a image. It looked like really creepy. He's like, "Oh, who is this? I don't know."
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Let me
not
go see.
Peacemaker they showed. It's some
Yeah, it's some character from the back that we don't know who it is.
it's some
But
people think
yeah,
it's
I
Where
mean,
did he post it on Threads?
I'm happy with this. Although it's really funny. Jeff Snyder's on Fraud Watch again because he said
Oh,
that
why.
Aaron Pierre was not going to be Green Lantern. It was going to be
Oh,
Stephen
oh,
James. He said that Stephen James was the front runner and he got the part.
well, rip.
this
Where's
thing
But I
is
mean,
the
yeah,
T?
I mean to be honest, like this makes the most amount of sense.
Jeff Snyder's been getting things right. All of a sudden, the past few months, it's been starting to get things wrong.
Yeah. I mean, again, like this felt like the most logical choice. Felt like he had the momentum. He had all the momentum after that Netflix movie Rebel Ridge came out. It just seemed like he definitely seemed like, okay, yeah, this guy's probably going to be the one who gets it, just because it just seemed
Yeah,
like it was the right path forward. Um, I will be curious though if there's any pushback to this casting, because I mentioned this when it was first reported that he was one of the two frontrunners for it. A lot of people wanted to see a darker skinned black actor play Jon Stewart because the creators intended for him to be darker skinned. And like I said, it's a whole thing with that. I don't mind it, but I'm not black. I can't speak to colorism or any of that kind of stuff. Some people feel like there is
Right.
colorism in Hollywood and that kind of thing. To me, I feel like he's just the best acting choice. He feels like he would be a military guy. He's got the look, he's got the build. I feel like he's got the acting prowess. He's young. He definitely can lead a franchise all by himself. I feel like he can definitely be someone who, because going forward, I imagine Jon Stewart will be the main Green Lantern. So you got to have an actor who's going to be able to be in all the team up movies and everything. So I think overall he's the best choice. I'm just wondering if there'll be any backlash at all.
I hope not.
I mean the colorism thing. I mean, like, yeah, I get what people are saying, but like, I mean, to be honest, he looks like the best part. He has a very interesting look to
No,
him, so
look,
I don't see why
but
that's.
he's Jamaican. He's part Jamaican. Okay, like and Syrian.
Is he? Oh,
Yeah,
he's Syrian. Okay.
he was born in London, right? He's born in London, but he is of Jamaican, Karaoke. I think if that's pronounced right, Karaoke. Um, um, and Sierra Leone descent.
Right. Okay.
Okay, there's backlash against this. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Well, the backlash is always going to be on Twitter. I don't think this is going to affect anything really.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be
yeah.
fine. Like I said, I don't think there will be much backlash at all. But we'll see. I think most people are excited because this is the guy. He was the popular fan
They,
cast, which
Yeah,
I
he
have seen some
was.
people being like, James Gunn is just casting people that are popular on Twitter, that just like everyone wants on Twitter. you know,
Well, no one said Kyle Chandler for Hal Jordan, but he does
Nobody
look
said
like
Kyle
Hal Jordan.
Chandler. Nobody said Kyle
no,
Chandler.
Yeah.
they
Nobody.
all thought it was gonna be like if Josh Brolin confirmed he
Well,
would
they
put it
wanted
down.
people. People wanted Chris Pine. Chris Pine has been the most popular fan casting for Hal Jordan for
It
quite
was
some
Chris
time.
Pine. It
Yeah,
was who else was it? It was Josh Brolin. They were looking at.
Yeah, I liked also
Josh
Timothy
Brolin should be
Oliphant,
Deathstroke.
but
Josh Brolin would be a better Deathstroke than Hal Jordan. I'm sorry.
yeah, I like that idea, but I'm not sure if they'll do that though. It does kind of make sense though.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think this casting with Kyle Chandler. I mean, Kyle Chandler, I always thought was kind of underrated, and I honestly would have. I mean, I kind of wanted to see Brad Pitt as Cable, but I mean, once they were talking about Kyle Chandler as Cable, and then
it,
it just like fell through. It kind of sucked because it's like, oh, he hasn't really been rumored for a big movie like since, and it's been years. I mean, he was in wasn't he in one of the Godzilla movies? But
who?
it was probably like the second one.
Kyle Chandler?
Yeah.
He was in two
Yes.
of them.
Yeah,
Godzilla
he was
vs
in two of
Kong
them.
and the second one.
Hmm.
Yeah, the second one. Yeah, I hated the
He's the
second movie,
father of
but
Millie
yeah.
Bobby Brown's character.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Kyle Chandler is Hal. I think that's going to be interesting, just because it's definitely not what you would expect, because he is definitely going to be older.
yeah,
Because the idea for this
Yeah.
show, they keep saying this is going to be a smaller scale, more intimate murder mystery detective show, where they're
Right.
investigating this murder that happens in what they say in the American heartland, in some city or in some small town. And I saw some casting, like they're looking to cast like an older lady as John Stewart's love interest, and they're looking to cast
Mm.
someone else as like the sheriff of the town. That's Hal Jordan's love interest. I'm like,
mm,
well, if it's Carol
Oh, it's
Ferris, I
not
never known
Carol.
Carol Ferris to be a
Well,
sheriff in a small
actually,
town, unless
well,
that was wrong.
because this is based on this is like what I was saying earlier. Carol Ferris in the uh Earth One comic is actually I forget the company, but she's the CEO of this company, and she does have like a history with Hal Jordan, but they're
is
not
it
really together anymore.
what's it called? What's the Ferris something?
And she's not in the first Earth One Green Lantern comic. She's in the second one, and she's not really like she's part of the story because yeah, there is like essentially this alien race has declared war on Earth because they were supposedly attacked by humans in a spaceship while they were doing a treaty negotiations or whatever. And so that's why she's kind of involved with the story, but she interacts with Hal Jordan a couple of times, and
I
yeah,
so what I think this is right. I'll, I think pretty much the Justice League is kind of established, right? Because this is not like origins or anything. This universe, right? So it's like probably, so yeah, John Stewart probably takes Hal Jordan's place eventually in the Justice League, because I think with this, it takes this new the mantle of the Green Lantern of the Justice League, or they could be both be in the Justice League. You could both have two Green Lanterns in the Justice League. It's happened before.
I mean, it could be possible that Hal
Yeah,
Jordan is more of like working with the Green Lanterns, and that's why he's not on the Justice League
yeah, but I
because he's
I
too
like the
busy.
idea. I do like the idea. This is more like ground based murder detective,
Yeah,
kind of
I like that angle.
but as they continue with the Green Lantern stuff, they gotta go into space and deal with all the other Lantern Corps and stuff like that. I want to see.
Yeah,
I
well, I
eventually want to
assume
see.
this mystery is like a
Yeah,
gateway into that
Well,
I
they
do
said that
because
want to
this
yeah,
see.
show, they said that this show and what they uncover by the end of the series will be like the big piece in the overarching story. Like
Yeah,
whatever
right,
they discover with this murder will be like what I'm assuming will be to lead up to like a Justice League movie, like a team up.
right.
So it could be a number of things. It could be like the White Martians, maybe like the Justice League animated cartoon, maybe,
it's the right
or it could
Martians. Yeah,
be. Because I'm trying to think of what a Justice League level threat could be. Like it's like an overarching story that connects everything together.
White Martians is one of them. Well,
Maybe Parallax. It could be. Well, I don't know if
Parallax.
Parallax is a Justice League villain though.
No, he's more
Not
of a
really.
Lanterns villain.
Yeah,
Um,
there were rumors that they were going to do like a adaptation of like Justice League: The New Frontier. I forget what the name of the
Right.
villain was in that comic, but it's like a giant island, like a
yeah,
sentient
they
Mm,
island.
they had a movie on that. The animated movie did that.
yeah.
Um, they could do White Martians. I guess they're not going to do this, but they could technically do Dark Side again.
I don't think
I
they're going to
think I
touch
think
Darkseid.
Darkseid. I think we'll see Darkseid, but like in more of like New
Brainiac. I mean, look,
Gods.
look. Some people think Brainiac should just be just some Superman stuff, but Brainiac could be a Justice League villain.
I'm fine
Yeah,
with
but
Brainiac.
I think they might want to do something different with Brainiac. That's the thing.
And hasn't there been a Lantern event where it actually has been Justice League stuff, like the Black Lanterns,
Well, yeah,
Blackest
yeah,
Night?
yeah. There's been some crossover for
That's
sure.
way far off.
I just think that they're going to want to do something more simple, like something
Yeah,
that's a bit more basic, not in a bad way, but more so just like, okay, well, who's a big villain that would be murdering? Because what I'm imagining is, this is my prediction, I'm imagining that they're going to find out some Green Lanterns were murdered and their bodies were found in like this small town, wherever it's at. And it's like, okay, who killed these super powerful lanterns? And that's what they're investigating.
Hmm.
I mean, we don't know. We're not going to know until the show comes out. It's probably not even going to come out until like 2026.
It's not going to be next
Yeah,
year. Probably most likely
2026.
2026.
Yeah, so it's going to be a minute before we see this show. But I'm kind of just thinking about it's like, all
White
right, like
Martians.
what could it be? I hope I'm
What?
wrong though. Maybe they can start filming this and get it out by like end of next year. That'd be great. But I think it'll probably be
Oh,
later.
that
Most
might
likely
take a
not.
while. Yeah, that might.
Most likely
This,
not.
I mean, if this is Green Lantern, this is gonna be VFX heavy, right? So I think it's gonna take them some time. Probably late 2026. Maybe even early 2027.
I hope it's not that long.
I
2020, because my idea would be what I think they should try and do is do one movie, one show a year.
Yeah.
So you have Superman next year, Peacemaker season 2 next year, then 2026 Supergirl, and then Lanterns, and do that format where you're just doing one movie and one show a year. That way it's like spaced out a bit. So
Hmm.
then maybe 2027 you'd get Batman and I don't know, Waller or Booster Gold maybe.
Right.
Kind of spaced out like that to where it's like you're spacing things out to where it's not like you're like overflooding the market. Because I feel like that has been an issue lately, where it's like here's like 3 Marvel movies and 2 TV shows in 1 year. It's like that's a lot.
well Marvel, yeah. Next year is 4 Marvel movies, but Blade pending. But and then probably 2 Marvel shows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you, I mean, sometimes you could do 2 movies and a show a year, but I feel like you got to keep it to where it's
Yeah,
keep it as small as possible, or it's like you space things out.
Right.
Marvel for 2020, 2021, no 2021, 2022 was too much.
Yeah.
Even
Well, we're
that
still
wasn't
getting a
ideal though.
lot of shows from Marvel still. We're
That
because
wasn't
I mean
ideal
next
though.
year we
Obviously,
got. Well, actually, I wonder what the animated show is gonna be next year. Maybe Marvel Zombies, but yeah, we got Daredevil, Ironheart, and maybe even a special. I mean, I don't know.
I think they're done with
There's been rumors.
specials.
Oh, by the way, did you see who was in Fortnite?
Who?
This
Oh,
pretty much confirms like that he's gonna.
Mephisto.
Yeah, Mephisto. Yeah.
Yeah, they're adding because it's the Halloween event every year that they do. So
Well,
they're adding Leatherface, Billy from Saw, Billy the Puppet, and they're adding Mephisto.
I mean Mephisto's
Yeah,
already
I
confirmed.
think it's
So
pretty clear Mephisto is gonna show up at the end of Agatha. It seems like that's
Or
what's
at
gonna
least be
happen.
teased. Or I mean, they already
no,
mentioned it. So
he's gonna be in his human form.
well, apparently Mephisto's supposed to be in Ironheart for some reason.
Yes,
Like he's
because
scheduled
Oh,
to
because
be
of the
in.
hood.
it's because he supposedly gives the hood
Yeah,
the ability to use magic and stuff, right? For a
right.
deal.
Yeah,
That's the reason why he's gonna be in Ironheart probably. Because the hood tries to
Yeah.
take
Well,
over.
the rumor
Yeah,
for a while is that it's what Sasha Baron Cohen is Mephisto,
yeah. That's the
yeah,
rumor.
which that's gonna be
yeah.
weird. I hope they don't go for like a
I mean,
full blown
he's a very good
comedy.
actor, though.
He is. I'm
He
just
does
wondering, like, are
dramatic
they gonna
stuff.
go like comedic Mephisto, or he's like,
Oh hell
I'm
no,
not saying
no,
that.
no, no.
I think they will. I think it's gonna be a balancing thing that they do. Because if you cast him, he does. I mean, he's mostly known for comedy, but he does do dramatic roles. I mean, he's a very good actor, and on top of that, too, he is a massive troll. You got to remember that, right? Like his whole thing is just fucking trolling people. So it kind of makes sense that he would play
Trolling, he's good.
Mephisto. Mephisto is a serious character, but he is very much a troll character. He just
Well,
fucks with
he's
people.
supposed to be the devil, Satan. Well,
Yeah, exactly. But a different kind of interpretation on him.
well, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's
I like
that's
the if that is true, I do like the casting. I think he also would work in Agatha because it is already like a dry, sarcastic kind of show. So it's like that kind of does fit his style. So yeah, and I
yeah.
mean they did, and on top of that too. I mean I'm pretty sure you know this, RJ, but spoiler, Aubrey Plaza is playing Death.
Yeah.
So I'm
Well,
going
yeah,
to,
the Funko.
yeah, and Aaron's theory was that she was actually Blackheart, which would have made sense because, yeah,
I
then,
think they're combining the characters of Death and Blackheart into one character. That was a
yeah, that
rumor
could still be
too.
possible.
I
That
mean,
was
that's
the
because of the
speculation
first two
online.
episodes. They mentioned the word Blackheart in context, like, oh, your heart is black, right? And also, Agatha was looking at the
Right.
list of riches they need for the
And
coven. And
also
she's
her
like, yeah, that one
name
has a black heart.
Rio, the name Rio is clearly a fake name. It's not a that's not
Yeah,
really her
and
character. Yeah.
and they don't know that she's deaf. They don't.
No. But
She's
I
just
mean,
playing them. Like,
how the Witchers first meet her, not Agatha, but in the third episode, she comes out of the body of um well, she's not Mrs.
they
Hart, but
summon
Sharon,
her.
right?
Sharon,
Yeah,
yeah.
they summon her and she come yeah, so it's like, okay, that's
And
kind
she's
of
playing very.
uh, not a foreshadow, but it's like, okay, yeah, she comes from a dead body, like, and she's death, right? She took over the body, and makes sense. But yeah, I mean the show's decent so far, so I
But
mean
it's
I
no
hope it
penguin.
doesn't take a yeah. I mean I still haven't seen Penguin, but
Oh,
we'll get there.
it's apple and oranges because they're different. They're different kind of shows. But Penguin
Yeah, of
is like
course.
Penguin. You can't go into seeing it, viewing it as a comic book property. It's not. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
like
it's not.
it is a comic book property, but the way it's shot, it's nothing like how a comic book would be adapted. Like it's
Right.
this past episode. Uh, it, so yeah, let's get back to this. I mean, I haven't watched Rebel Ridge honestly on Netflix. I haven't watched it, so I guess I have to see it now.
Well, I guess with
Mm,
such a big hit on Netflix, it basically got him a
It
role.
is.
Because I've never
yeah.
seen, I've never seen a movie break out and then like literally a month later, they cast this guy in like the biggest role possible.
Well, to be
Yeah, this
fair,
there's a
this
trend.
guy was supposed to be in Blade. We don't know what he was
Oh,
supposed to
that's
play
right.
as,
Wasn't he going to be the
but
villain?
Oh,
I don't know.
really?
That's the thing. Yeah,
I,
he was.
I
Yeah, and then he had to
yeah, I do
drop
remember
out.
that. They cast him in that movie. I remember
Yeah,
that.
You know
yeah,
what? It's
and
probably
he
for the
had to
better.
drop out.
It's for the better.
Yeah, because whatever his character would have been in Blade, it would have been not as leading role, so makes sense. I mean,
Rebel
unless he
Ridge.
was the villain, but the rumor is still, what's her name is the villain. Mia Goth is gonna play.
Well, that's when they changed the
Yeah.
script though, because I remember it
Well,
was
the
the
rumor is
first.
They
still
need
that
to get a
she's.
director, man. They
The
need to
Well,
get
rumor
a
is
yeah,
she's
director.
still attached to the movie. So, and they
As
mentioned it
at her
a couple
premiere,
months ago too.
at her
Yeah,
premiere, she still
Maxine.
says she's still in it.
Yeah, she
well, I was
said
gonna
she's
say
still
too.
in it.
Apparently, they're doing another script rewrite, and they're
Yes.
like what was the rumor? That they're taking pitches for what people think the movie should be. So like, this movie's still not coming out anytime soon.
Yeah, it's not coming out anytime
You know
soon.
Anytime
what? You
soon.
know what it's like? I think Kevin Feige doesn't really want to make this movie, so he's just toying with it. Like, having fun with it. He's
Well,
probably
do
like,
remember there's that rumor from maybe it was Jeff Snyder who said this, so maybe it has some, doubt now, but the rumor was that Marvel is going to make a decision about Armor Wars and Blade at the end of the year, and it's very possible that those movies get canceled and they just focus on something else.
Can
oh
they
man,
cancel Blade though? Because Blade
hey,
was
sorry.
like that.
They
That's such a
they
public
could.
announcement.
But the thing is, why cancel Blade if you're going to introduce like Mephisto and all that supernatural stuff? Blade fits right into it. Like,
I mean, they could just also put it on hold and maybe just let Mahershala Ali go, even though technically this was his idea. He wanted to make the movie. And I also wonder too if Marvel is like looked at Deadpool and thought, well, we did just fucking show Wesley Snipes as Blade, and that did get a decent reaction to that. I don't know if you can make a old man Blade movie. I don't know about that. It would be cool if they did that, but I don't know. I don't even to be honest, I'm kind of not even liking the idea of Mahershala Ali as Blade anymore. Like it just seems kind of like couldn't we get somebody else? Like somebody that's a little bit more younger or could stick around and because I mean Mahershala Ali is only wanted to do this movie because yeah he's like I want to do a big Black Panther style movie, but it's like does
that's
that
not
really
Blade.
fit with Blade? Yeah, that's the only that's my only like concern. I mean maybe the movie's good and it changes my mind, but I mean like I'm just not feeling it anymore.
That's not Blade. Um, And well, Blade is established in MCU. I mean, we do hear his voice at the end of Eternals.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's too late now, and it was Mahershala
Yeah.
Ali, which that post credit scene's never going to get followed up on. I feel
I
like
mean, yeah, they. I mean, yeah. I
because I don't
mean,
even know what the plan was for that.
the thing is, that movie's not even going to get a follow up. It wasn't very well received. I mean, so it's like they could. Oh, what happened to RJ?
I hope he's back. He's
Okay.
back.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just kind of like they could really just move on. I mean, they're not going to do anything with the whole Star Fox thing, and we actually saw him on screen.
I forgot all about that too, to be honest, because that.
Well, yeah. Uh, Nobody cares about Star Fox. I mean, I care about the video game, but I don't care about the Marvel character. I
Hmm.
and people don't really like Harry Styles acting either. Nobody really likes Harry Styles.
No, yeah. And also, I don't really see what's. I mean, what could you do with Star Fox?
I think the
Really, I
most
mean, he's
interesting
not.
character that comes from Eternals is Dane. Really, like
Oh, you
Black
mean
Knight.
Black Knight?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I mean, well, in terms of like what they could do with him,
I
yeah.
understand why there could be a connection between him and Blade, because maybe because Blade is immortal, right? So maybe Blade knew his
Mhm.
uncle or whatever, right? The original
Right.
Black Knight, and he got corrupted. You know how the Black Knight's story, right? Dane's uncle became a villain, right? So
Hmm.
and Black Knight does go far back to the mid not 1900s, but the 15, 1600s, 1700s, around there, something like that.
Right.
Right. I mean, and then it was the ebony sword. The ebony sword also tends to corrupt. Like all these weapons in Marvel tends to corrupt now. All of a sudden, the book, the Darkhold,
Hmm.
the Deco sword, the ebony sword, they all corrupt. They all corrupt you.
Yeah.
Huh? What? How do you see? No. I don't know what he's trying to say there.
What?
Face Ted. um.
Oh,
What?
gotta pick up the phone.
I'm not answering it.
Oh, he was in Krypton. Aaron
Yeah, he
Pierce
wasn't
was in
Krypton.
Krypton.
Yes, yeah, he played a character in Krypton. I never
Um,
watched the show, but I had some friends who were uh,
It was a
there's
good show,
some
but
mutuals I knew, like some other content creators, like, oh, I'd love to see this guy play John Stewart because he was great on Krypton. It'd be kind of cool if he
right.
went from a DC character on Krypton to being in the movies.
it is a good show.
I never watched
It's just
Krypton, but I keep hearing it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I never watched it either.
yeah, it's just unfortunately, I think it was money reasons, budget
Yeah,
reasons.
probably.
Good shows get canceled. Good shows not because they're don't some do fall off and they eventually get canceled for that, but some good shows are not falling off get canceled because of budget reasons. There was a time where Game of Thrones was threatened to be canceled because of budget reasons. Like I don't
Right.
know, some time ago, right?
Well,
So do you
Green
think
Lantern is supposed to be a cheaper show, but it's still expensive. Like,
it'll probably be expensive, but it probably I will see. I think that's why they're doing it as a murder mystery detective show though, so it's like
yeah,
it'll have visual effects, probably minimal. It's not going to be them in space, which I know might irritate some Green Lantern fans. Like, why are we doing like an Earth-based show again? But it's like if the story's good, and I think it will be, I'm sure it'll be
yeah.
fine.
I
We'll
mean,
see.
the premise sounds intriguing for a Green Lantern story,
It's
so
it's
yeah,
Earth-based show,
that's
but
why
it
I'm
deals
excited.
with two space characters, so it has something to probably do that has to
I'm
do with
sure that there
space.
will
Like,
be probably they'll
yeah,
save a lot of their budget for like some big action set pieces in space or something, or they'll find a way to like do some crazy stuff.
But I do
Because the
wonder.
thing is, we don't know if this is going to be like a John Stewart origin story where we're going to
Yeah,
see
I was about to say that.
where he
Yeah,
becomes Green Lantern, or if he's already established as a Green Lantern. We don't know yet.
because I mean, this could also be because okay, in the Earth One comic, John Stewart is in the second book, but he isn't actually a Green Lantern. He's
yeah.
only a Green Lantern because, well, he actually at the ending of the story he becomes a Green Lantern, but he has the yellow ring, and they're not called the Sinestro Corps. They're just called like Yellow Lanterns, and it's I think it was the leftover what do you call it? The Guardian. One Guardian uh, saw that the Green Lanterns were rising up in the first book, and so he created the Yellow Ring and was kind of like giving it to people. But the thing is, the Yellow Ring doesn't operate the same like it does in the normal continuity. It's just a ring with powers. Like it doesn't instill fear or anything like that. It's just like essentially it's a Green Lantern ring that's yellow. Um, so anyway, it's kind of weird, Earth One. It's like they do change a lot of the stuff in Green Lantern from the main continuity. But yeah, regardless, anyway, John Stewart gets the yellow ring and he's barely interacts with Hall Jordan. Now, obviously, I don't think that's what they're going to do in the show, but I think it could be possible that this murder mystery, maybe it's like a dead Green Lantern, but it's like done in a way that's
What if?
suspicious or weird, and that's why John Stewart gets the ring. And so he's maybe, I mean, well, John Stewart is military, right? Yeah, he's military. He's not
Yeah.
a
He was
necessarily a
military. So what's up?
detective.
By the way, we have breaking news.
Oh,
What?
Max has officially announced that the beloved animated series
oh,
Velma has been
Oh,
canceled after 2
oh yeah.
seasons.
yeah.
We'll
They
love
That was
officially
kind of
confirmed it
obvious.
today. The show is dead. It will not be coming back.
Well, they do have that special that's still coming out for
It
the
already
show.
came out.
Already came out. Shit. Okay.
Yeah, and it ended on a
Velma.
cliffhanger.
Oh, it ended on a cliffhanger. That's funny, bruh. I watched the first season and it was really bad, and I just saw a video explaining the second one, and yeah, the whole shit with Scooby Doo or not Scooby Doo. What's Scooby's little fucking friend?
Scrappy.
Scrappy. Yeah, there we go.
Scrappy Doo.
Yeah, where Scrappy was the villain of season 2 and he killed Velma and Velma
Yes.
turned into a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think anyone's gonna miss that show. It's just an awful,
I'm not.
awful idea.
I have not watched it because of how bad I've heard of it. That's the reason I
Yeah,
did not watch it.
it's a painfully unfunny show, and yeah, the characters are not any way, shape, and form like Scooby Doo at all. I mean,
And
they make fun of the characters, they kind of dunk on them, and I mean, it's a comedy show,
yeah,
but it's just not funny. So
they kind of made it. They kind of well, it was what's her name? Mindy Kaling that came up with this idea for this version.
yes, she was a producer. Or I think she pitched the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how the reactions on Twitter is that everyone either saying he's supposed to be dark skinned or they're only casting popular fan casts on the internet.
Yeah.
And
Well,
like
that's
James Gunn is
typical
terminally
Twitter.
online.
But the thing is, a
Yeah,
lot of people did
exactly.
not know Aaron Pierre. I mean, like he did. He did make his career was building up, but I think Rebel Ridge really
But was it really a fan casting? Like when he
no.
was rumored to
Well,
be
no,
in the
it was a fan
show,
You know, it was a
casting
fan
after that Rebel
casting.
Ridge movie came out a month ago. People were like, "Oh, this guy'd be a great John Stewart."
right? But
You know,
it
what's
was
the
a month ago when he was rumored
you know,
to
it was
be
a
in Green
fan
Lantern.
casting
That's the thing.
for John Stewart, John Boyega. Everybody said John Boyega.
Yeah, John.
Remember?
Well, yeah, there's a couple of people that were always like fan casting, but him being a
Yeah.
fan casting was, I feel like the same time. Like this has been him being in the show was a rumor for like quite a while now. So it's like, you know, I know people were
This
saying, "Oh yeah, he should be it," but it was more like he should be it
this
because this rumor is saying
this
so, right?
this show was supposed to be not just John Stewart and Hal Jordan originally, right? The original plan was more than just these two Green Lanterns, right? Remember they cast before Gunn
Right.
came in with Saffron. Remember they had the guy. They already had a guy cast as somebody. Phil, what's his name? Finn
Yeah,
Wilford.
they
No, what's
had
his name?
somebody cast as Alan Scott.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that was on the previous Green Lantern show, and they scrapped
Yeah,
that.
the
And
one that Greg
yeah,
Berlanti was doing.
yes,
I would
yeah,
like to. I would like to hear that actor's comes out about. I would like to hear what he has to say
I
about
mean, they could
what
still
happened.
bring in Alan Scott because I mean, well, the thing is, do you remember that Do you
True,
remember there's
sideways.
been this rumor that Guy Gardner in Superman is actually a fake Green Lantern? He's actually not a real Green Lantern.
No,
Have
I
you
didn't
heard
see
this
that.
rumor?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Mm.
there's this rumor going
He's
around that it's like Maxwell Lord is has like a fake Justice League. And so the people who are actually on that Justice League are like they have some of them have powers, but some of them are not like the real version of said characters.
so you're saying
So
Hawk Girl is not really Hawk Girl? Is somebody pretending to be Hawk Girl?
no, I think she might have like the metal wings, not like actual, you know what I mean? Like, wasn't there
See, but
Now
one
wouldn't
that
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 has
piss
a?
people off though? Because then it's like, oh, these characters I'm excited to see aren't really heroes; they're just like assholes pretending to be superheroes.
I
I
mean,
mean,
well,
I
I
get that's
don't
part of the
know what they're
point,
doing
but
yet,
also
but
too, like you don't want to upset the fans. So it's like, oh, these guys aren't actually superheroes.
also
I mean, maybe
uh,
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be more like a moral thing where like they,
also
I don't know.
well, I mean, we'll
with
see.
Aaron
But that
Pierre.
was the rumor, because the thing is, like, the way he was like, I mean, the way he was dressed to me was a little bit odd, but also to Guy Gardner is kind of, I won't say he's a joke character, but it's not like he is this beloved version or like beloved Green Lantern. Like people just kind of
No, no,
like
of
to
course
dunk on
not.
him,
Yeah,
right? He's
Yeah.
an
yeah.
asshole, right? Um, so yeah, I don't know.
And
It
that's
sounded
perfect for
interesting to
Nathan
me, but
Fillion because
yeah.
Nathan Fillion could play Guy Gardner like that because Nathan Fillion could play both
Well,
like
yeah, he
that.
can play Guy Gardner once. He doesn't need to necessarily come back if he's a throwaway character, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it
So
depends
it's
on
like
what they
I
want to
could
do,
kind of see
though.
that.
You know, maybe he could
Yeah, yeah,
appear in this show as a cameo or something, or he gives them the mission, or he tells them what's going on, or I don't know. It
And
yeah.
it
I
really
don't.
yeah.
depends.
Yeah.
Also, you gotta like Aaron Pierre. People are just now knowing him from Rebel Witch because it's his breakout, right? But you gotta understand, people in Hollywood they know about up and comers before a breakout film. Okay, like for the public to see.
Yeah.
So right, that's how he got the role in Rebel Witch, and that's how he got a role in some other movies. They know people in Hollywood. They know up and coming actors and actresses. They know, and they know which ones they
Yeah.
feel like is going to be major star. So that's why Mufasa King. Yeah, like he's gonna voice Mufasa in the Lion King, the prequel, right? Like
Hmm.
like they
Oh,
wouldn't
that's right. Aaron
cast him if
Pierre
they
is going
don't
to be in
know.
Mufasa. I forgot. Yeah, he's voicing. Is he
Yeah,
voicing Mufasa or is he voicing Scar?
yeah, he's Mufasa.
Is he
Yeah,
Mufasa?
yep,
Hmm.
Oh, I didn't know. Hmm.
yeah, he's been voicing Mufasa. Um,
I mean, that movie looks horrible, but I mean, good for him. He got a paycheck.
Damn.
I'm sorry,
I
but
didn't
that
even
movie
see the
does look
trailer for
horrible.
that.
Yeah, that movie looks absolutely dreadful. It looks awful.
Yeah,
Like,
I never saw the remake, so I wasn't interested.
yeah, I've seen the trailer. I mean, it looks bad. It looked bad.
yeah, I don't remember much of the trailer. I don't know why they're doing it. Honestly, I don't know why they're doing a prequel. Whose voice is Scar? Is Scar in it? Whose voice is Scar? I don't see somebody. Nobody's voice is Scar. I mean, if this is a prequel to Mufasa becoming what a prequel for Mufasa, I don't see whose voice is Scar. I don't see whose
I
voice
don't
is
know
Scar.
actually. Oh, Kelvin Harrison Jr.
Is Taka?
Because if you remember, he's called Taka. His actual name is Taka, but he gets the nickname of Scar, and that's what everyone calls
Oh,
him.
okay,
Yeah, they
okay,
made that change in the remake. I thought it was dumb. It's whatever.
Okay, that's weird. Yeah.
But they're changing the
okay.
backstory. Like Mufasa wasn't actually born to be king. He was like an orphan that came in and like he
So,
became accepted as the Lion King. And like Scar was
oh,
like his birthright was to, yeah, they're doing that whole thing. It's like, you know, the
that
outsider
explains his whole
becomes king
reason
instead
for
of the person who's
killing.
meant to be king.
That's his motive for killing Mufasa in The Lion King because he felt, he wants to be king. He feels right. He got robbed of that because of
Hmm.
this prequel is going to show. Yeah, it doesn't make. So yeah, I like this casting. I don't know what else to say, honestly. Doesn't look as bad as Snow White. There's a lot of movies coming out. There's oh man, Wicked and Gladiator coming out on the same day in the next month.
Yeah, isn't there now some like controversy with Wicked?
Was there?
Oh,
You know,
about
Yeah, there's
what?
I
some
haven't been
weird.
paying much attention to that movie.
Like the movie is like really long, and the trailers are getting like some backlash or something like that. It's almost a 3-hour movie. It's pretty
Well, the
crazy.
Wicked is supposed to be two parts,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
and honestly, I don't like Ariana's acting. Like she hasn't acted much. She has done some acting, but she hasn't
Yeah.
acted much since Victorious, whatever, right? And I don't think she's ever been like a great
Yeah.
actress. She hasn't been an
Oh,
actor.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She hasn't
and I
acted
know
in a
this is
while.
this is based on a play, obviously, but like they always change up the Wizard of Oz stuff all the time. Uh, hopefully, it'll be better than. Yeah, I don't know what else to say because yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just
There hasn't really been much. I mean, Nintendo announced a clock.
for
Yeah,
$100.
but you can
$100.
customize it however you
Yeah, you
want.
can customize it.
Yeah,
Weird.
but
Yeah,
$100?
it's crazy.
No,
They
I'm not
announced a
buying.
clock before they announced Switch 2.
Yeah. No, we're no. So I'll probably end it here because I do
Oh
have to.
wait, there is one thing I wanted to say before you end it because I didn't tell you this last night, but there is a rumor going around now that Reed Richards has never met Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four movie,
Oh,
and
yeah. You
that instead he is their relationship is similar to Tony Stark and Thanos in the sense that Tony Stark predicted that Thanos would come and destroy the Avengers. And so Reed Richards has this premonition that somebody is going to come and destroy the
But like they
multiverse.
don't actually know it.
no,
Like they
don't.
don't have like a
Yeah, but they
personal
don't know. Yeah,
relationship. Yeah,
yeah, right.
I
because
hate that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you yesterday, Aaron, but I
Oh no,
forgot.
no! Don't do the same thing
Yeah.
like that. Don't. Please do
There's
something
like a
different.
couple of Marvel rumors going around. There's another rumor too that Marvel actually was going to make a Annihilators movie with Star-Lord, but that may not go
Yeah.
anywhere. But um, yeah, so
oh, and
some a
that
lot of weird
Spider-Man 4 is
rumors.
If
going to
if
be all
that's if
about
that's true about Reed
symbiotes.
Richards and Doctor Doom
Yes.
not knowing each other, like,
Well,
oh
it's they just
God,
don't.
no.
Yeah, I mean, it's more so a thing where like they don't necessarily like have like this long history between each other.
But
It's
Right.
that's what makes their relationship so interesting in the comics is that their rivalry.
Well, what did I say? This is what happens when you have very little time to set things up.
Well, no, not yeah. They had a little over time because this was not the original plan.
Exactly.
It was Kang. I mean,
But there's also
the
a
Fantastic
rumor
Four was part of
that
the original plan, but the Doctor Doom part, I don't think it was.
yeah, there's a rumor also that Doctor Doom. Did RJ just say this, or am I tripping? Doctor Doom is going to be in Spider-Man 4.
no. That
Okay.
somebody posted that on Twitter. I don't believe it though. The
No.
rumor
Oh,
that
it
we
was my
did.
time to shine. I'm seeing it
Yeah,
now.
yeah. The
Yeah.
actual rumor is that Robert Downey Jr. is going to have a cameo at the end of Fantastic Four, like in a post-credit scene,
Yeah.
and that he
Yeah,
comes
We
from
yeah,
their world.
yeah,
we
yeah,
were
yeah.
saying that that was going to happen. Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen. I think I'm not gonna say 100% because I want to be wrong, but I think there's a good chance.
They really should have just recast Kang. They really should have just finished the Kang stuff out and just not done Doctor
And it's
Doom.
because I didn't think the Thunderbolts trailer was that great, but the premise of Captain America 4, if you read it, doesn't sound promising either. Whatever leaks out came out like a week ago doesn't sound promising either.
For
Uh,
Thunderbolts, there was leaks last week.
no, I'm talking about Captain America, but Thunderbolts we did
Oh,
not like the
Captain
trailer.
America. Oh,
But the
yeah. The Captain America like leaks. I mean, and those were very. I mean, that was very credible. Like, there was people saying that there was a screening, and more people came out and saying that they were there, and yeah, it pretty much lines up. Well, another person also came out and said that the movie actually isn't as bad as that first leak. And they think that it was like fairly decent, like a fairly decent MCU movie. But I mean, all the details in that leak to me pretty much shows that yeah, they're not setting up an Avengers team with Captain America, which is bizarre.
Yeah.
Bizarre. I don't
Fantastic Four.
really understand how is that gonna even work.
There is small speculation that they might move it to Fantastic Four to November. That's just it's just small, not big. It's not big
I
speculation. They
could
might
see
move
them
it.
doing that though to see it more
Yeah,
time in post production if they need it.
yeah, for sure,
Plus, just
for
let it
sure,
breathe, have its own space.
for sure. I could see that. I mean, that's right now. Blade is scheduled for that month. They haven't officially canceled or delayed Spade. If once we get news on because once we get news on Blade, there's a chance, and there's a chance they move it. They move it to November. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah, that's it I have for today, guys. Where we can find you, Blinded.
YouTube threads, Blinded Braille. I don't got much going on. I'm busy, so.
Yeah, you RJ,
You can find me at Resident Justice, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, all that fun stuff. I'm pretty easy to find.
and you can find me on this channel, guys. Later tonight, if you later tonight, I'm actually doing a stream on John Campia, but I don't think it's going to be criticizing Campia. It's just about um, well, DC stuff, Joker and Batman related stuff. Tomorrow, I am going to do a stream on the Joker once again, Blinded. You saw the thumbnail for that, right?
Yes.
And that'll be tomorrow. But yeah, so yeah, I've been milking the Joker stuff because it's really
Makes
that bad of
sense.
him. I saw it again yesterday with my cousin because my cousin wanted to see it, and he almost fell asleep.
Right. Oh wow.
And we're going to talk about tomorrow. We're going to talk about maybe tonight too. We're going to talk about more stuff behind the scenes, the drama behind the scenes, and all the chaos, the backlash, all the yeah. There's a lot of this movie. This few years from now, somebody's going to write a book about the creation of this movie. I can just see it.
Well, I think something recently came out. There's a new article from the Puck.
Oh, Puck.
Yeah, there's all these details now going on. I mean, yeah, I know we're ending it, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff coming out about the Joker 2, which is very interesting. You know?
Yeah. All right, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below.